Hi guys, my name's Tim and today I'm gonna show you how to create this awesome scroll triggered slider in Elementor. You can create just one and style it however you want, or you can create two sliders that each go in a different direction. Or if you're feeling a little adventurous, even more than two. You can add a background to your sliders, you can limit their width or make them full width. The possibilities are endless. And if this video gets over 5,000 views, I'm gonna create a part 2 in which I'm gonna show you how to add an image to the slider, how to make it clickable, and even how to animate that image on hover to get an awesome effect like this. But if you're watching this in the future, which technically you are, and yes, I've made that joke at least 5 times already on this channel, check the video description, the new video might be out already. All in all, this slider is a great addition to any website and it's really easy to create, so let me show you. First, let me mention that since we're kind of at the point where Elementor v4 with the atomic widgets is stable and ready for use on live sites, I'm very likely gonna be using those new atomic elements in every new tutorial going forward. If you're already using them, this effect should still work perfectly, because we're just gonna be using a tiny bit of CSS and some motion effects. Things might not be at the exact spot you're gonna see in this video, but they are there and the process is just as easy. And when it comes to an easy process, we need to talk about the sponsor of today's video. User-Centric's Cookiebot. User-Centric's Cookiebot is a cookie consent solution, and I can honestly say it is by far the best cookie plugin I've ever used. What I love most about it is that it automatically lists and displays all of the cookies your website's using, and it's very easy to use. Cookiebot CMP also allows you to choose from a list of different templates that cover different regulations, such as GDPR, CCPA, and others. And it's Google certified for consent mode. If you plan on using Google to advertise, that's really important for your business because Google has mandated the use of consent mode for ads personalization, remarketing, and analytics in Europe. And we haven't even gotten to the best part, which is the fact that they offer a 14-day free trial so you can try it out at any time without any risk. And it's always completely free for websites with up to 50 subpages. For even more amazing additional features, you can sign up for a premium plan. Premium plans start at just €7 per month per website domain. And they also allow you to fully customize the consent banner, which is going to help you seamlessly integrate it into your website and make sure it fits the brand and the design of your website perfectly. There's an affiliate link in the description that you can use to try out Cookiebot CMP for free, so go check it out. It's gonna make your work a lot easier. And thank you, User-Centric's Cookiebot, for sponsoring this video and for supporting this channel. The very first thing we need to prepare is our content. We need to structure our text in a way that will ensure the text repeats and that individual words or sentences have proper spacing. We're gonna do that by wrapping our entire text inside of a div, and then we'll add in text for the individual parts of our slider. If that sounds confusing, worry not. Everything you need will be available down below, so you can just copy and paste it in and change out your text. Quick and easy. So I have my text already prepared, and you're gonna notice it's inside of a div that has a class called slider-text-1. Inside of it, I have the text, subscribe, and after it, there is a regular space and a bunch of non-breaking spaces. This is basically how we're gonna control the spacing between our text. If you just use the spacebar to try to get more than one space, the browser is just gonna add in one space no matter how many you want, which might be enough, but in this case I want at least a few more. So I'm using a non-breaking space, this symbol over here, 3 of them to be precise, and each of these is equal to one space. The only difference is that it will stay where we put it, it won't disappear. So if you want more or less space between your words or sentences, just remove or add these. The next thing I'm gonna do is copy and paste my entire text several times. We need to make sure that no matter how far we scroll, we don't run out of text. If your text is really short, like one short word, you're gonna need more. If it's long, you're gonna need less. But just to be safe, copy and paste it a bunch of times and you shouldn't have any issues. So that's our content ready. Easy, right? Next, let's go into Elementor. Add in a container and name it whatever you want. I already have that prepared. Mine is named slider. Then go under layout and set the width to full width. Then go under additional options and make sure the overflow is set to hidden. This is really important. It's going to make sure our slider doesn't enable horizontal scrolling on the website once we add in our text. Next up, add in a text editor widget. Go under code, not visual, and copy and paste in the text that you just prepared, including the div and everything. So copy everything and paste it in. Now it's time to style our text. Go under style and style it however you want. This part is completely up to you. Make sure you adjust it nicely for responsiveness. I'm just going to be using a global font that I prepared specifically for this tutorial. And now it's time to add in our CSS. Again, this will be available down below, so you can just copy and paste it in. In your text editor widget, go under advanced, custom CSS, and paste in this. So I'm just going to copy and paste that in. And this will make sure that our lines of text don't break, so we get one continuous line of text, a slider. There are just two more things you need to do. The first is to make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Okay, I'm just kidding. You obviously don't have to do it, but if you want to do it, it would be greatly appreciated because it really does help me out a whole lot, and it will help YouTube show this video to more viewers so they can benefit from it as well. But seriously, there are just two more things we need to do. First, once you're in your text editor, go under advanced, motion effects, and turn on scrolling effects. Turn on horizontal scroll. Choose the speed of your scroll and the direction you want your text to move in. I'm just gonna leave it as is, so direction to left and the speed at 4. Now our slider works, it responds to our scrolling, but it's not really properly positioned just yet. So the last thing we're gonna do is go under advanced, layout, and we're gonna give it a negative margin on the left. This margin has to be large enough so that we never run out of text on the left side of our slider. In my case, I'm gonna set it to -35%. Let's publish this and check it out on the live page. So I'm gonna refresh the page and scroll down to our slider, and here it is. It's working perfectly, and it's nice and responsive as well. It's gonna work on desktop, tablet, mobile, and everything in between. By the way, if you want to learn how to create these awesome height adjustable vertical dividers, or if you want to learn everything you need to know about containers to use them like a professional and to create and control layouts like this easily, I have 2 awesome videos waiting for you, so go check them out if you're interested. The links will be in the description. Okay, so some quick troubleshooting tips. If your text isn't long enough on the left side, increase the negative margin. If it's not long enough on the right, simply add in more text. And if this happens at any point where things just aren't in one continuous line, they're on top of one another and everything breaks, what I recommend you do is just go into the text editor, go under code and paste your content back in. Sometimes just pressing code fixes this. Sometimes you just gotta paste it back in again. It's just a bug in Elementor, but it's easy to fix, so don't worry about it. If you want 2 sliders, each going in their own direction, just go ahead and duplicate the text editor, then go under Advanced, Motion Effects, and just change the horizontal scroll direction to the opposite of what you said for the first one. In my case, I'm gonna set it to right, and now we get this. And obviously you can change the text or styling or spacing or the speed of the scrolling to get the effect you want. One thing I do recommend is that if you add in another slider, you go under that slider, go under Advanced, Custom CSS, and remove this CSS, just so it's not unnecessarily duplicated. You don't need it if both sliders are on the same page because it's already added to the first one. Remember that I mentioned that you can also add a background to your slider. To do that, just add in another container, drag it to the correct place, and drag your text editor inside of it. Give it a background color, give it some padding, and that's it. The same applies if you want to limit the width of your slider. Just go ahead and limit the width of the parent container. So in my case, I'm gonna go into the container called slider. I'm gonna set the content width to boxed and 1400 pixels. Nothing happens, or at least it looks like nothing happens because I'm too zoomed in. But if I go to the live page, refresh the page and zoom out, you're going to see that now my actual background is limited to 1400 pixels. But if you do this, all you have to do is make sure that the actual container that your text editor is in also has the overflow set to hidden. Otherwise, because the text doesn't break, it's going to overflow and be full width again. Want to add in emojis and a border radius? No problem. Adjust your text and then style your container. Go crazy and style these sliders however you want. If you want to learn how you can add a clickable image with a cool animation on hover to this slider, make sure you let me know in the comments below. I want to make that video, but only if you guys actually want to see it. And speaking of things you want to see, you're going to want to see this video next. YouTube thinks you're going to like it, and so do I. So go check it out. And make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching.